Hi, this is Justin Aquino of Gaming the Brain. Okay, so this is how the script works. So this is very order based, meaning the script will stop calculating after cargo when it sums the call this the when it sums the d tons times quantity. You really just have to change these elements. Okay. Now the way it works is because the script is every time you edit these fields. So every time you edit this, the reason why I'm using doc1, doc2 is to demonstrate this is working. Okay. Um, insert checkbox. Anyway, yeah. So it's to so this thing is how the spreadsheet knows um that this is part of doc 2 and this is doc 1. So okay, so doc in Mongoose Traveler is 10% less efficient per d-ton. So a 10 d-ton dock can hold 9 d-tons of vehicle. Um, specifically tailored for it. And then same with this. Okay, so okay, call this. So when you use this, you typically have to cut and paste this to sure. For me, I have to cut and paste this to do it. If I move this around, like change the thrust to 2 and then copy paste it, um, it'll update. I should have a negative uh, d-ton. Oh, I still have some space. Okay, I still have some space. So this added 8 d-tons. So just to check if this is correct, let's go sum. Let's measure everything here. Sorry. Sum. Let's measure everything here. Plus this plus this should be 1. Oh yeah, it is 1. Okay, so it's working. Let's see. Let's go back to thrust 1. Okay, I did have 5 d-tons left over. Let's add that to fuel. So what's crucial is this, the kilometers per second delta V. I'll show how to fix that. Okay, so what remains to be done? So it's okay. So first I have to make the merge. Sorry, this merged summary contain a large chunk of text, and probably it's the format is that one again? Yeah, it's clip. Okay. So yeah, so it should have all the stats. Call this. I have to make the empty cost, and all the other stats for the specifics of the ships, the controls and the accommodations. Yeah, list of the systems like um, cargo cranes, docking clamps, etc. And then call this, yeah, list the items that are inside the cargo of the default. So note that there's an empty well, this the empty cost, meaning less the vessels and the contents of the cargo, because sometimes you buy it with the spare parts and extra fuel and stuff. Okay, so and of course, like the maintenance cost and average cost per jump. So I usually use the cost twice a month. So every 2 weeks, one jump, one full refuel. The typical berthing cost, it could be more or less, uh, per 2 weeks. For the 2 weeks. So it's usually half a month. So and of course cargo and accommodation. So meaning uh so it's just simple, like divide the get half the month, so that's a trip, and divide it by the amount of cargo. So that's the real cost for cargo. That's I know this is not rules as written, because that's I really think people who really use this, you encounter the costs don't match the operating costs. So it should really, and there'll be some caveats, like I call bullshit on the life support maintenance cost. Like you don't see the ISS paying the life support maintenance cost separately. It's part of the overall ISS, International Space Station maintenance cost. It's you're maintaining your air filters, your CO2 scrubbers, your MEA. You're maintaining your algae cultures, your algae colonies, whatever for the system. That's just should be part of maintenance. That's it. I have a long explanation. Like it doesn't make sense because you do maintenance about once a month, but you can do it like once a year. And why do you have to pay for this? Because you're already paying for consumables. Because there's basically double billing. And if you're really running this game, when you're optimizing costs, then you have to be really critical about the costs. So yeah, it's not going to be so rules as written, because a lot of things break down at TL 8 and 9. The rules are meant for TL 10 to 15, but it's like really weird. Yeah, it's 10 to 15, like the next TL doesn't matter. Uh, like it only changes what you call this only changes so incrementally, but when you look at us, when you look at our TL, like pre-AI and AI, it's such a huge gap, huge difference. So like for me it bothers me, and of course it also makes the math simpler. Like you don't have to do anymore. You just fucking care about the maintenance cost and the cost of your consumables. That's it. And by the way, so this thing typically it comes with consumables, because you know how much consumables, because the known variable is your accommodations. So you can tell how many man days worth of consumables you have. So it's all there anyway. It's um, all this here in the table, and you can always add to it. You can always add to it. Okay, so yeah, so these are the things that's remaining. Probably 2 more weeks to polish it up, and of course I'll be building ships as I polish it up. And yeah, my target is to make all of the ships here. All the ships here will be there. And again, like there's this huge disconnect between cabin and stateroom. Like what's the difference? Why are you paying like 500 500,000 credits for a stateroom versus a cabin? Uh Like the only thing I and when I did the cost for an escape pod in both Mongoose Traveler vehicles and both in um call this service engine vehicles, like the price of the escape pod is equal to the makes up the difference per d-ton of a cabin versus. So yeah, and of course again, a 1 d-ton is a 10-foot cube. Call this roughly a 10-foot cube. So if you've ever been around a 10-foot cube, that's, yeah, 1 d-ton. Even if you like shave off 80%, 20% of a 10-foot cube to ceiling, walls, and flooring, uh, that's still a lot of space. In fact, you can put, a small, the mini micro car, a K car, is 1 to 2 d-tons or 1 d-ton. K car is easily 1 d-ton. You can fit it in a 10-foot cube. So yeah, so it's yeah. When you're describing to players and you're trying to immerse them, and you go into these details like what's a 10-foot cube and it will fit a K car. When you look at all the other things in the stats and you run the game, these details start to conflict, and it makes my job as a GM kind of harder. But yeah. Anyway, that's why after this spreadsheet is done, I'm gonna go make the Neem sheet. And the Neem sheet will be like blackjacks and hookers. So it's like it's gonna be much better because it's gonna be mass based. And I figured out a way to do airlift bodies and all these other things, and how to better. It'll look like this, but it'll be more of like instead of d-tons, it's mass, and there'll be sections for rocket stages. So yeah, you have stage 1, stage 2, the one that adds delta B stages that come off the ship, because yeah, it's gonna be hard sci-fi stuff. And that'll be the prototype, and then I have a team that Steven and maybe someone else help Steven convert this and its code to progressive web app. And of course there's Prince, who's going to make Prince and Nico, who are gonna make it in Godot. I call this yeah, how do you make a ship automatically build a floor plan based on it? And this is like a really nice geometry puzzle. I think I can figure it out. I think I can figure it out. I just need to break it up into basic things. And of course, the one that Prince and Nico are gonna make, the 3D version of the ship builder. Of course, it's gonna be like if you played Valheim or other world building, where you can build the environment building things. That we will have the tools so that you can customize the ship's exterior and stuff, and all that other stuff in Godot. It's gonna be like huge, probably. It's gonna be probably 10 gigs, but like, and of course it will only work out if I make call this at least sell 1,000 or 2,000. But yeah, that, I love talking about it, but the odds of me is 1 in 1,000 to actually succeed. Just, I guess this, and then I'll make this probably from based on the sales of my space Neem Space Combat. 10 people will use it, and then that's pretty much it. It just dies. Yeah. Well, this yeah, I'll just build this, and then I'll have all these tools, and when I run games, it's gonna be much easier. It call this I don't know. Yeah, unlikely that unlikely that I'll find an audience. But yeah, you know, anything that tries to push the needle, try to move forward, you have to let people have a chance to see it and see if it fits them. I work in IT, and so very often, no one, people maintain a very painful, tedious status quo, and um, they have financial pressure to change. And of course, we that's when we come in. In gaming, there is no financial pressure. There is just pressure to fit the time with family and friends and a very detailed amount of world building. So, and of course, like you want to share this world and you want to build up in this world. So that's why everything we have Blender models and everything in our product. We want to give you the tools to like build a really detailed world, and you'll notice the Blender ships that we have. They have Nico made a geometry node that automatically builds walls and allows you to create sections. Uh, Call this, so you don't have to like manually sculpt everything. I think it's in one of my videos, but like yeah, it's uh, coming from the Philippines. Yeah, it's not. I have no illusions. Okay, so yeah, I'm Justin Aquino, signing out.